Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, baby. We're going to bring all this with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. Know each and every time I drop a video and tell me what's on your mind. So let's get into it. We are going to be talking about the upcoming episode that will be debuting tomorrow at 8 o'clock on Bravo. And also, we are going to be talking about Kenya Moore Dark Side. I have received some information. I've been sitting on it for a while until I can actually confirm it, talk to the right people, make sure it was verified before I put anything out there. And then on top of that, if anything fell in my lap about any of the cast members on the show, I will be doing a video about it and talking about it and giving you guys the detail. But I have to keep the source, quiet because they are still working with Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it's more than one person. So let's just get into it and talk about Kenya Moore Dark Side. You can take it with a grain of salt. Only thing I can say is I verified it, got the proof. Only thing is I wasn't there to actually witness it for it to go down. But everything else, I got it. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the story about Kenya Moore. Now, this is kind of crazy too as well. It's like, oh my goodness, for real, Kenya Moore? Are you serious? But let's just get into it. So basically, it was an episode being filmed with Kenya Moore. This is not on the upcoming season, this season here, but it was a previous season where Kenya Moore was filming that she had both of her two dogs in the car, and she was at her house and she was in her fancy car or whatever, and her dog, the window was halfway cracked, the dog was halfway out the window, just looking around or whatever. And so some of the producers and the people that are on set were standing around the car, but there was one person near her car, her vehicle, and everything else like that. And so therefore, the person and the other people around wasn't trying to, oh, come here, doggy, or anything else like that. So, Kenya Moore dogs are small. So this dog jumped out of the car. And so when the dog jumped out the car, the closest person to the window and the dog, Kenya Moore, went to them and basically was yelling and screaming on them and cursing them out. And she balled up her fence and she cocked it all the way back. And she came full force to hit the person right in the effing jaw. But she stopped in midair, allegedly. And when she stopped, she just started cussing the person out and cussing out everybody around, the situation. And basically, she just went off they saw a crazed look. They saw someone crazy. They saw someone that was wounded. They saw someone that was just out of their mind. And the other people also said that filming with Kenya Moore, that she is unhinged, that she's crazy. So this is what I am getting back. This is what was told to me. So you could take it with a grain of salt. And they're saying that she is very mean and rude and disgusting towards, the producers and also, the people that are on scene, the assistants and things like that. And it was like, it's horrible working with her. So you could take that with a grain of salt. You guys tell me what you think about it. But they said one thing about Kenya Moore, that she is not afraid and she is not scared, but she has been able to calm herself a lot down. So I was like, for real. So it makes me think if any of it is true, which it has been confirmed to be true, but I can't put the video out there and show you. So that leads me to believe that Kenya Moore ain't scared of nobody. She ain't scared of Mark. Mark could talk all the shit that he want to talk, but she ain't scared of him and she ain't afraid of him either. But she probably doesn't want any type of altercation with him as well. So her, Kenya Moore being able to stand up for herself and actually, when the cameras are not on, to get into it when she needs to get into it with anybody, that she can, and she's able to, and she's not afraid of anybody. And if she wanted, and they also said if she wanted to go head with Nene, she could definitely do that too as well, because she's not really afraid, and people kind of timid of Kenya Moore because they don't know what they're going to get, and they really say that she is mentally unstable. And, this is all allegedly because, I can't put out the pictures and the documents or the video or anything else like that. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, what's really going on? And then they also said that Phaedra is really unhinged too as well, that she really has some problems, mentally, and she needs some therapy and some help, allegedly. Said that about Phaedra. And one of the real reasons why she's not coming back is because of Kandi, number one, but also because people think that she's unhinged too as well. And she did a lot of things that behind scenes that, hurt a lot of people, including production, people that work there, and everything else like that was thrown under the bus. And they really think that, Phaedra Parks has some issues. So this is allegedly. Take it with a grain of salt, my peeps, my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just letting you know the information that I got. And they also said when it comes to Nene Leakes that, she calls the shots over there or whatever the case may be. And she cannot be controlled by any field producers or anybody on scene can tell her what to do, how to do it, or when to do it. And they can't, entice her to do something that she don't want to do. And she's not ran by the producers or whatever they write for them to do, or whatever they try to incite for them to do, other than some of the cast members, they saying Cynthia Bailey will go with the flow. She's like Kool-Aid, she's like water, she's spread thin and she's spread all over the place. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. But I was like, Lord have mercy. I was like, OMG, I cannot believe this. But it's all allegedly. Take it with a grain of salt. But I was like, shit. I was like, in an upcoming episode, Kandi could have got her ass beat for putting her hands on Kenya Moore. Because, on the upcoming episode, we got Kandi and Kenya Moore basically having a conversation, and Kandi Burruss is basically saying to Kenya Moore, like, you put your hands on me, you push me, or whatever the case is. Like, girl, I was just trying to hug you and comfort you and make sure that you was okay, baby. And this is not the first time that Kenya Moore didn't put her hands on the first time on Kandi, but she pushed Kandi away when Kandi was trying to sit there and talk to her and have a conversation with her, when they was actually talking about the situation with Mark Daly about Mark Daly not letting Kenya Moore actually change baby Brooklyn's diaper. And so she started to cry. I think that was that situation. Or was it the situation where her and Mark got into an argument? He said some things to her that hurt her feelings, and then Kandi Burruss says that Todd Talker said some things to her that hurt her feelings too as well. And then Kenya Moore started to cry, and they were sitting on the couch, and then Kandi Burruss tried to reach out and hug Kenya Moore pushed her away. Like, she put her arm up and she kind of moved her out the way, like, girl, get your hands off of me. So Kandi Burruss, keep your hands to yourself. I don't think Kenya Moore wants you all up on her, hugging her. I think she likes personal distance. So Kandi, keep your hands to yourself, baby. So Kandi basically is explaining to Kenya Moore, which is going to be coming up on the upcoming episode on Sunday, that I was trying to hug you, I was trying to comfort you, and you just pushed me away and everything. And Kenya Moore is looking at her like, no, I didn't. And basically it didn't happen, or she didn't remember because of, the emotional stress that she was going through and the stress that she's going through now. Or she could have blacked out a little bit, or she just didn't know because, she was filled with so much emotions at the time where she, was, leaving whatever scene that they was filming and leaving and departing up the stairs. So I was just like, what is going on, baby? So you can see where Kandi Burruss is grabbing on to Kenya Moore, and basically Kenya Moore was like, all this shit I am doing, I don't need it, Kandi. And so Candy's basically trying to stop Kenya Moore, and she's basically trying to hug her because she's feeling, sympathy for Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore pushed her off, and then you see her hand balled up. So this is right after, this is in the same moment. So I'm taking, pictures of the situation. So it looked like Kandi got her hands out like, listen, I'm not gonna hurt you. Listen, I ain't gonna do nothing to you, baby. Kenya Moore was like, I can't take this shit. Kenya Moore's ready to explode. So if they keep playing around, Kenya Moore's gonna be on that reunion whooping ass and taking questions later. Portia got one up on her, but I don't know. From what I'm hearing, Kenya Moore can fight. She can throw down, baby. And then, she took boxing lessons and everything else like that. So Kandi Burruss, you better back up and keep your hand to yourself. Personal space. But Kandi Burruss is basically trying to be a friend, and she's trying to support Kenya Moore. But sometimes when people are going through an emotional experience, they need you to back up. They need you to back away. They need you to give them space. So we'll see if Kandi Burruss learned her lesson and keep her hands to herself and stop trying to hug people. But it's nothing wrong with that because, Kandi Burruss is a physical person and whatever. So it is what it is. So, I was just like, shit. Kenya Moore had one hand on her dress, one hand balled up. Kandi, you was about to eat dirt, baby, allegedly. But I don't think she was going to hit Kandi. But Kandi had to bring it up. And then Kandi turned around and hit Kenya Moore. Like, you hit me. I was like, Kandi, you keep playing. You're going to get knocked out. And so now we get to the situation where the ladies are getting together and they're doing a play. We have Kandi Burruss. She's going to portray Kenya Moore. They're doing like an acting, scene. And we have Cynthia Bailey that's going to do Nene Leakes. And basically they want the ladies to sit in the audience and watch. And, Nene Leakes is not having it. She's not feeling the situation. She don't want, Cynthia Bailey to be portraying her in any type of way. And she don't want to get mad and she don't want to get upset. But Cynthia was like, this is the role of a lifetime. We're going to have fun with it. I don't know why they think Nene was going to be cool with them portraying her. You know what I mean? Like, come on. And you got, Marlo talking about, I need a drink, girl. You got Nene Leakes, I need to go to the bathroom. And she's not feeling the situation. She's not liking it at all because I believe that this is a prize to her. And basically, maybe Nene feels like, they're getting back at her because she's supporting, Portia Williams and actually help Portia Williams with her little event that they did, sitting outside, laying it on a table, baby. So Nene Leakes is not feeling the situation point blank, period. She's feeling a certain type of way. And she gets up and she walks away and she tells the producers, F you motherfuckers, F you this, F you that. You ain't gonna tell me what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And the person that gave me the lowdown and information on the situation with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, well, it was more than one person, but anyways, basically they said Nene Leakes don't fall in line. She don't fall in line and she don't fall when it comes to producers. So basically we see a little bit of it, but I don't know if Nene Leakes is gonna go actually back and sit down and watch Cynthia, entertain and pretend like she is Nene Leakes. We're gonna see if that's gonna happen on Sunday. But Nene Leakes said, basically, I'm going to the bathroom, I'm going to my room. And it was funny when, Marlo said to Nene, like, yo, listen, you can't leave. What about your room? And Nene Leakes was like, I'll get another room. I was like, Lord have mercy. Nene Leakes was like, I'm going to the bathroom, baby. I'm going to go to the bathroom when I want to. I'm going to leave when I want to. I'm not here for this shit. So I think it was a surprise to Nene. And she don't like anybody taking cheap shot at her. And she ain't going to joke about it because I don't believe that she think any of these ladies or her friend, other than, Marlo, really, when it comes down to it, Marlo. But maybe her and Portia are building a friendship. But she don't want nobody betray her, act like her. It's fun and games, it's jokes, but Nene feels like it's gonna be shade coming, and there's gonna be shade coming. Cynthia's gonna throw that shade in, but Kenya Moore was able to accept, Kandi playing her because Kandi and Kenya are friends. Cynthia and Nene are not friends; they're frenemies. They basically really just started talking. So it is what it is. And also, we already know that Cynthia Bailey went up in there in Nene's room and was like, yo, you need to go talk to, Kenya Moore, show her some support, basically give her some advice and some guidance because you've been married the longest, blahs and the third. So I'm assuming that, Nene thought that, okay, what's cool, maybe Kenya knows about it. She tries to reach out that olive branch to Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore shaded her, dismissed her. Quick, fast, in a hurry, and didn't even acknowledge that she was asking how she was really doing. So you guys get back to me and tell me what you think. Please drop down in the comment section below and tell me what you think about the information about a dark moment and Kenya Moore on the show, but it hasn't been shown. So what do you guys think about it? Peace. I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad.